In this video, we will continue to look at these granulating pigments and the mixtures that you can make from them. This one is my favorite, Raw Sienna. This is a color on my signature palette I cannot live without. And then this mixtures with a phthalo blue green shade. So what you'll find is when you mix a granulating color and a staining color, you get a really beautiful combination. This one is Raw Sienna. That Raw Sienna is Da Vinci. That's the one I've used for years. This is Ultramarine Blue, my favorite Ultramarine Blue by Senoyer. Just gorgeous mix. Just gorgeous. Looks like the earth. Beautiful. Cerulean Blue Chromium. And the Raw Sienna. This is a gorgeous mixture right here. And a light value, if you need a light value green in your painting. That's a bit too much Raw Sienna in there. Let me back out some of that. Put a little more cerulean in there. Just mix it until you get something you're happy with. It should show the variations though. Let's get that out of there. Sienna. And Sap Green. I find that I rarely use Sap Green by itself. I'm always mixing it with another color just to make it more interesting. And if you do that, especially if you mix on your paper, you get this effect rather than just getting a flat. Let me show you the difference. So if I were just to mix this combination on my palette, I would get this or something similar to that. This is Jadeite, which is a very, very strong green, which also I don't use by itself. It needs to be mixed, I think. And my very favorite granulating color, which is Lunar Earth by Daniel Smith. It's an unbelievably beautiful texture and granulation pattern in this paint. And you can make it greener, of course, if you want to. There we go. Next one is Quinn Gold by Daniel Smith. I never thought about Quinn Gold as being granulating, but Daniel Smith says it is, so there you go. And Ultramarine. Okay, very bright greens there. Spring greens, I guess. Let's suck up some of that, and that, and that. Look at that. What a beautiful combination that is. New Gamboge and Ultramarine Blue. This New Gamboge is Daniel Smith. It's a brighter version of a Gamboge. It's a very bright color. So anytime you've got a heavily saturated color like that, you're going to have a more saturated green. I mean, that's just logical. But it can also vary, so in value, depending on how much blue you add, of course. That's a beautiful combination too. Here's Quinn Gold Deep by Daniel Smith. Just very close to the P048 that I like so much. And Indigo Blue. If you know my channel, you know I use Indigo Blue all the time. This is Indigo Blue by Sennelier. That is beautiful. So if you're laying down a wash, you just do it the same way I'm doing it right here. And you get these beautiful, beautiful mixtures. This is Cobalt Blue Deep and Lunar Earth. Cobalt is more of a soft blue, mid-value blue. And of course, Lunar Earth, we know what it does. Just gorgeous. And you can make it bluer if you'd like. Or more on the brown side. I don't have many browns on my palette or many grays on my palette because I tend to make them myself. Okay, Sea Glass. It's a new color for me by Da Vinci. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous turquoise color. And light red by Holbein. These are combinations you might not think to try. That's why I'm doing this video. Try to get you some new ideas for your paintings. These are both very strong pigments. Viridian. Back to Viridian. And here's one of my favorite pigments also. It's called Potter's Pink. It's just a beautiful, soft, highly granulating pink. This one happens to be by Winsor Newton. Just beautiful. You get these beautiful, muted, kind of soft, muted tones with that mixture. And if you use Viridian with a brighter green, brighter pink, you're going to get a totally different look. And this is beautiful for shadows in your botanicals. Anytime you need a shadow color, if you mix a complement, and of course the green and the pinks are complements, anytime you mix that, you're going to get a shadow color or a more muted neutral color. So that's a good thing to know. Look at this. That is beautiful. Oof, so pretty. Lunar Blue. I have been disappointed in Lunar Blue. I really liked Lunar Black, so I bought Lunar Blue. But as you can see, it has a lot of binder in it. And I think it has some issues with how it's made, because just haven't been very impressed with it. Leaf green, my most favorite beautiful spring green. We get a very interesting mix there. So I'm disappointed in Lunar Blue. Honestly, I would not buy it again. Even though I love Lunar Earth. Lunar Blue, a bit disappointing. Zoisite, on the other hand, is a fabulous granulator. That's also Daniel Smith. And if I mix it with the Lunar Blue, or with any color, it does interesting things. But the Lunar Blue is so weak. As you can see, it just doesn't do much. But the Zoisite's a really nice color. Now here's an exciting one. This is Zoisite and Quinn Gold. So again, the Zoisite. The Quinn Gold. This one by Daniel Smith. Watch what happens here. The granulation is amazing in this. You can just imagine that in a forest scene. Just beautiful. Lunar Earth, Lunar Blue, and Lunar Earth. See how Lunar Blue is kind of this dull, dusky blue color? But when you mix it with Lunar Earth, you get some interesting neutrals. Lunar Blue and Mayan Blue are both two colors I'm just not impressed with from Daniel Smith. I love their paints, but those two colors just, I'm not very impressed with those two colors. See, they just kind of, you lose the Lunar Blue in the mixtures. It's just a very weak, has a very weak tinting strength. Okay, let's try a different one. Let's try Cobalt Teal, which is always an exciting color. This one done by Daniel Smith with the Lunar Earth. Not so much. Lunar Earth is a powerful pigment. It will just take over. That made a nice neutral. Okay, last Lunar Blue. Should really be called Lunar Gray, I think. Potter's Pink. Such a beautiful color. Lord, lovely color. So you get a nice neutral with that as well. Look at this. Wow, beautiful. I get so excited watching these things granulate. Okay, so here we have it. This is our second 18 colors. We have Raw Sienna and Phthalo Blue Green Shade, Raw Sienna and Ultramarine Blue, Cerulean Blue Chromium and Raw Sienna. That is probably my favorite mix of all times. Sea Glass and Light Red. That's lovely. Viridian and Potter's Pink. That's a pretty one. Viridian and Quin Rose, much brighter. Raw Sienna and Sap Green. Jadeite and Lunar Earth, beautiful. Quinacridone Gold and Ultramarine Blue, nice soft, very pretty combination. Lunar Blue and Leaf Green, and Zoisite and Lunar Blue, love the Zoisite. Zoisite and Quin Gold, love this mixture. Looks like fall. New Gamboge and Ultramarine Blue, that's a very pretty combination. This is exciting right here. Quin Gold Deep and Indigo Blue, gorgeous mixture right there. Cobalt Blue and Lunar Earth, one of my favorite mixtures. Lunar Blue, Lunar Earth, not very impressed. Cobalt Teal and Lunar Earth, not very impressive. Lunar Earth and Lunar Blue and Potter's Pink. That's a nice soft neutral. You could even use that for skin tones. So there you have it. We'll let this dry and I'll photograph this and onward to the next page.